see that?
He's an avid
That's it there. That's it there.
Marcy Legacy, baby. Marcy Legacy. Emma Radagustu.
Roger what? Roger.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has got a lot to think about when he's got a full squad.
Aubameyang is no captain, bro. Aubameyang.
That's what I'm saying.
Yo, we're back again. We had an international break. Because we didn't want to go through that lull of a week talking about international football that nobody really cares about. Once again, I'm here, FM. We've got A Footy here again, the Grand Champ, and CIC as usual. And
back refreshed from the international break.
That's it. We're good to go. And what an interesting weekend it has been. What an interesting weekend. And there's no better place to start than Man United. We have to start there because I need to understand what's going on. What is in Ollie's head? What is he doing? Can anyone elaborate on Ollie at the wheel?
Listen, Ollie, I think United fans are sort of, I think most fans I see on social media are sort of seeing sense now and they're echoing what I've been saying for a while. As long as Ole is there, United ain't going to win nothing. I don't know United's style of play. I don't know what player is improved at United. I don't know if he's showing any indication of improvement as a team generally. And I look at United on a recruitment aspect of things. It's like Ronaldo is a fantastic signing, great signing, but also was Ronaldo really needed? And people would jump at me. That's one of the greatest goal scorers of all time. But was Ronaldo really needed when they had Cavani, who's got more legs than Ronaldo? And I watch United play these days. There's no pressing, and if you check their statistics, United have got the least press of the forward line in the Premier League, 2.6 kilometers. That's terrible. You got teams clocking 20 kilometers, and you got United doing 2.6.
2.6 compared to 20. Wow. You know what as well? My sorry, just a quick joke, then you can jump in.
Go ahead.
My son's coach said to the parents, "Can you get the kids to watch Match of the Day, please, and see how not to play?" And he was talking about the Man United midfielders and the Man United team. That was a shock, a big laugh.
Blow as well.
That's not a good reference for kids to start watching. Imagine. But anyway, let me pick up on the pressing thing, like you mentioned on Grand Champ. Like Ronaldo's got the old legs. We all know that. Pressing starts from the top as a striker. You gotta press from the top. Do you understand? Put pressure on the other defenders. But now I'm watching this team. They've got young players behind Ronaldo who can press. Do you understand? On the wings and all that in midfield, they can press the team. But it's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for me. The guy just doesn't have no tactics. I've been watching this guy from time to time. I'm trying to give him time because he's an ex-United player. He won the Champions League and all that. Do you understand? That's a memory.
It's different from manager.
That's true, but it's just the tactics is just not there. Like I'm watching the guy, nothing. You can't not change the game. Like it's ridiculous. So it's time for him for the board to just think for what's next. Honestly, because it's just time wasting. It's time wasting, and he's blaming Rashford. I heard before the game last week that why is Rashford? He needs to concentrate more on his football or something like that.
He needs to concentrate on tactics.
You understand what I'm saying? The guy just came in last game and scored a goal. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But for me, what's it called? As the two PD and what's it called, Grand Champ have said, the guy Ollie at the wheel has been derailed so many times. He's clueless. It's a bit like playing FIFA, PlayStation 5. Where you just have so many individual big names and you just send them out on the pitch and go do what you like. But this is not Barcelona. You haven't got Messi, even though you got Ronaldo. But Ronaldo, if there's no service, he's a passenger. And that's what's happening. There's no pressing and there's no tactics at all. And you don't even know what the game plan is. And then all of a sudden, Maguire, who hadn't trained maybe the whole week.
He made the first team.
See him there. Next
Straight
week he
into
was
the
there,
team.
and we could see
Straight
that he
into the
wasn't
team.
fit.
Yeah. The big thing for me in regards to United is, like the Grand Champ said, they didn't need Ronaldo. They needed a defensive midfielder to replace the likes of McTominay, Fred, Matic. That's what they needed. Ronaldo was like a
Grealish.
There was no need. There was no need.
It's time wasting. It's time wasting to the project, what you're trying to achieve and what you're trying to build.
That's a very good.
But they could have bought in Ronaldo, as you know, the fans wanted that. They could have bought in Ronaldo because they didn't pay nothing for Ronaldo and still getting a defensive midfielder.
Exactly. You addressed the question that was needed.
Address the problem.
I don't think they could because of the balance of the books. You forgot that they bought Varane and they also bought Sancho, who's been a flop. And
they didn't need Sancho either. They didn't need Sancho either.
I don't think they can afford to bring in that defensive midfielder.
No, FM. I would say they needed Sancho because you look at the wings at United. As a right winger, Daniel James wasn't cutting it. So
Daniel James would have done better than what Sancho has done with 0 dribbles, 0 assists, 0 goals.
You're right, but you're right. But Daniel James at Leeds, I've been following him. He's been crap. Just to say that. Anyway, so I haven't followed, but. Yeah, so they only had like Greenwood and Greenwood is not really a winger, so they needed a winger.
He can't cross.
But it's alarming. It's alarming how my guys come to United. He's got no goals, no assists, no dribbles, and every game you see his confidence dropping. Left wing, right wing, bench, he's dropping. Varane's coming down.
Being played all over the place. Next minute, he's going to be playing left back.
No.
But it's just at least show some kind of glimpses, as you always say about Grealish. Sancho needs to show something. When you bought for 75 million, you need to be showing something. But they have big problems anyway, and long may it continue.
I'm just gonna round it up like with this Man United. I'll let you guys finish it up. It's simple, United's gameplay is counter-attacking football.
Yes.
That's all they have right now.
I agree.
That's all. And that's not enough going into games because counter-attack and individual brilliance. You're going into a game. People already know this. So they're going to mark your best players and that's done.
That's what happens.
Do that, it's done.
And that's why United play well against like the Man Cities or the teams that impose themselves more because there they could catch them on the break. But when you have to like play teams that could do a mixture of everything, because Leicester City could play possession football 4-5-1. Sometimes Rodgers changes it to 4-3-3, and they could play on the counter. So when Ole meets teams like that, he doesn't really know how to tackle that. For me, I would just run it up and just say, Ole reminds me of a 7-year-old on FIFA 21 there or FIFA 22. Just buying all the players on Ultimate Team, and then you play them, and they're still crap. And you got Ronaldo playing left and everywhere. You go, Ole is a mess basically, and United ain't gonna go forward with him there. And just remember, before Ole has been relegated, people forget that the guy's got a relegation on his CV. Exactly. Not to say he's gonna get United relegated, but that's the caliber of manager you're bringing in. People will say, Fergie had the first 6 years of time to build his team at United, but what people forgetting that Fergie did great stuff in Scotland with Aberdeen. He took over he won the championship and wrestled those two big giants. So people stop comparing and saying Fergie had loads of time to build a team. Fergie was already a winner. He's
a Mickey Mouse compared to Fergie. He shouldn't be labeled in the same bracket.
Let me just run you through, because I posed this question to you guys in our conversations during the week. Man United's transfers. Whoever does their transfers needs sacking immediately.
He's on his way anyway.
Right. So let's look at their transfers. They bought in Sancho, like we said, complete flop. Varane,
flop.
They conceded a goal every game.
In 19, one clean sheet in 19 games. It's a flop.
Ronaldo, okay, we can sit on the fence with Ronaldo at the moment. Heaton, what is that?
He's just put for third choice backup.
Tahith Chong, has he gone to Holland now? Did they just bring him in?
A loan signing.
Who knows? Oh, he came back from Birmingham. Tuinzibi, he's another Man United player that day,
He's Villa.
Yeah, he's at Villa now. And then we go back to last year, and we've got James. When did James come in?
He came in about I think
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
He was okay. He was
spent
okay.
2 seasons.
I'm sorry, he's been a flop. Van de Beek, flop.
Flop.
Diallo,
one, but
flop.
he should not been bought in the first place. But go on, yeah.
Joe Pereira, you know, it's just
youngster.
It's endless. It continues. Harry Maguire for me has been a flop at Man United. I don't care what
Thank
anybody
you.
says. He's been an absolute flop.
He's been a
They
total
thought
flop.
they thought that was going to be their Man United's version of Virgil van Dijk.
Awful. How can you buy 80 million defender?
Like Dick Van Dijk than Virgil van Dijk.
They wish they had Van Dijk. They wish they had Van Dijk.
The guy is a good player on his day, but the simple thing is,
no.
He hasn't
When you get into William, you have to be good on more than one day.
No, what I'm saying is on his day, but he just
What
hasn't
day is
improved.
What's that? 80 million on your day? What's that?
You have to be good every day. Every day. You have to be good every day. Aaron
He's playing 7 days. He has to be good 6 of those.
Yes. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, flop. Igalo, flop.
I think average.
You say Igalo, the Nigerian one.
Yeah, the Nigerian one, flop.
He was all right. He's got a few goals. The Igalo. He's got a few goals.
Flop.
Yep.
The lot, flop.
Too many names.
Timmy
It's lucky that it's not a driving license. Lucky it's not a driving test because that would have been it. The instructor said that's it.
We're now going back to 2017 now. Lukaku, flop. Matic
he wasn't a flop.
No, Lukaku wasn't a flop.
The hatred, I know the hatred is a bit strong, but
they sold him because they said that he couldn't play their system, but it wasn't a flop.
It was a flop transfer. It was a flop transfer.
He got good numbers. 92 appearances, 46 goals, something like that. He's got numbers.
No, that wasn't a flop. I don't think
okay,
so.
But for me, it was a flop because they sold him. Lindelof, flop. Sanchez, flop.
Whoa, man.
The biggest flop.
What about Bruno Fernandes?
Bruno Fernandes is the one gem out of like 50 transfers that has been.
Wow.
Man said 50, though.
It's true, though.
How much is that in total? Is that over £1 billion?
Over £1 billion. Paul Pogba.
And what they won?
2016, Paul Pogba, flop. Mkhitaryan, flop. Eric Bailly, flop.
Arsenal fans know about him.
You know what I mean? And it just goes on and on. Remember Schneiderlin? They bought Schneiderlin 2016 now. Remember Schneiderlin?
Was that the German one?
No,
the one that went to Everton.
The one from Southampton.
Southampton, yeah.
Memphis
The
Depay.
one was Schweinsteiger.
Memphis Depay, flop. Schweinsteiger, flop. It's just endless.
Jeez, I think you KO the United recruitment there. I think you KO
the fire.
Boy, man went for 5 years back.
Through Old Trafford's fortress there.
We can keep going if we want to keep going, but
no.
It's okay. Take it easy.
I think if any Man United fans are watching now, I think they're putting their hands up to say stop.
Yes.
Throw in the white towel. Throw in the towel.
Why should we stop? They flop at the moment, so we
are. But I'm saying that FM's got them waving the flag there for goodness sake, and the towel's in.
I mean. Their performance the other day was astonishing. That the midfield were just getting bypassed left, right, and centre, and it was so easy for Leicester to score.
It's because all those because of obviously, as we said, they got a manager that's clueless. Also, if you watch the other top managers, it doesn't have to be Pep and Klopp. As Grand Champ said, some of these other lower teams have still got a good pressing unit. None of those people, apart from Ronaldo, did it himself a few times, and then he looked around. No one else was going with him.
Yeah.
So for me, you need to have
a good balance.
Players, but they're not doing the pressing together.
Yeah.
So you'll be found wanting. They can just go past one player as what they did.
It's so alarming. Sorry to cut you, CIC.
That's all right.
You look at United's form. I for one, I've been saying United. Even Gary Neville said this the other day that United haven't played well since the Leeds game, and I concur. You look at United's form. United's form right now is alarming, and for me, he's playing like a manager who's on the red list. Who should get fired because he's on the red list.
1 win in the last 5. 1 win in the last 5, and even if you talk about the Leeds game quickly. that Leeds game is only because Leeds managers is a fool. The Leeds manager only knows how to play one way. If he knew how to play a different way, I don't even think Man United would have won that game.
One-way road.
Well, I'm just going to say it's going to be a cold winter for Man United because right now, look at the 10 fixtures coming up. It's crazy.
And the last 10 fixtures, United have got 4 wins, 4 losses, 2 draws. A team of the Man United's level. In their last 4, 5, 6, 7 games, they've had 4 losses, 2 wins. Wow.
Have you seen the next 10 games they're going to play after that?
That's it. Wow. Starting with Atalanta on Wednesday and then followed by Liverpool on Sunday. There you go.
All right, we'll move on for Man United. They lost 4-2 to Leicester, who were brilliant in that game. We're not going to talk too much about Leicester. We're just going to move on from that game. Talk about something a little bit more interesting. Not more interesting, fun.
What's that? What you got?
Bellinger race, man. Bellinger race. That man that CRC can't stop talking about. Too good. World class. Best player in the world at the moment for me.
Oh, yeah, easily.
Mo Salah.
Mo Salah.
He should get a Ballon d'Or.
Grand champ.
Is he the best player in the world right now?
Who else is better at the moment?
No, I'm just asking.
You're asking because you have something else in mind.
I would say the person that should win Ballon d'Or is long overdue, Lewandowski.
Yes,
my goodness, the guy's been
I agree. But I'm saying who's the best? Who's the best in the world at this present time?
You don't get to win Ballon d'Or because you played good last season and didn't win.
Thank you.
You played good this season to win it. And when you're scoring 5-0 first half against Dortmund or third, you don't get to win Ballon d'Or. I'm sorry.
That's what the Farmers League that is. A disgrace. And that team was third.
Third in the league, getting destroyed 5-0 first half.
You thought that team was like a Norwich.
No, but I'm just saying.
The first half.
What does he do for Poland? He disappears. Look at Mo Salah when he goes to play for Egypt.
What's it called? Salah definitely is in the talk with that stuff.
He's definitely he should be coming second, but Lewandowski
records, but it's a Mickey Mouse league.
I'm sorry. All this time they keep saying Mickey Mouse leagues and this, that. When you play these teams, they batter the English teams anyway. Bayern being Champions League.
Wait. Mickey Mouse League, not Mickey Mouse team. Bayern are a strong team because they buy all the best players from every team.
But it's a reflection of the league.
For instance,
reflection of the league. Dortmund, RB Leipzig, and all these other teams.
You know what I mean?
In the Premiership, that's not. They don't do that because they know what that means.
So you're
I'm with Grand Champion is when they come into Champions League, they're beating all these bigger teams. And Lewandowski is doing his thing, he scores goals against.
Like I said, it's not that Bayern are not a good team; it's that the league is a crap league.
Anyway, last time we played Bayern a few seasons ago, we beat them home and away. So they didn't beat us there. We beat them home and away there, and we done them easily.
Okay, let's move on very quickly. One question for you all, very quickly. One question. I just want a quick answer. No deliberating, no long term.
No problem.
Salah or Suarez?
Salah for me.
Wow.
Salah for me as well.
It's a brilliant one still. What's it called? This is tough, Deb.
No deliberating. Just say the name. Just say the name. Salah or Suarez.
Even though he had his dirty. Anyway, you said to keep it short.
Keep it short.
Wow. I have to go with my man, King Mo Salah.
King Mo, free.
I said Suarez.
I knew you.
The reason I go for Salah because obviously, what's it called? He's got the trophies to go with it. Suarez was unlucky, but it's so close, those ones. Wow.
Anyway, so
why that question though? Why that question? I want to know the reason, the thinking behind that question.
Well, because we're leading on to Liverpool winning 5-0 against Watford and Salah scoring that fantastic goal. Two fantastic goals in 2 weeks now. 10 in 10 is it? I'm hearing. I would say fire, man.
Hold on. The goal he scored against Watford, I don't want to put down on. I see people like, oh, that was better than the City or blah blah blah. I'll tell you, a guy that was scoring that goal for fun and nobody was talking about that. Robbie van Persie at Arsenal used to score those all the time.
But that doesn't take away from what Salah did.
No, it doesn't take away.
I don't know if he beat so many players.
Wait. It doesn't take away from what Salah is doing right now in the present. Well, we are acting like we have never seen something like this before. That's my problem.
Van Persie never scored 10 in 10.
Salah's done it now 3 or 4 times.
Van Persie never scored 10 in 10. No.
VP never scored 10 in 10, but VP was on a goal scorer record that was ridiculous.
Salah is better than
the last time I won 6 with Arsenal.
It's because I know what you're saying, Grant. It's because Salah's got trophies behind it and is in a winning team. That's how
I understand that. But I'm saying
Percy did win something at at Man United anyway.
Yeah.
Then that's when we start taking notice of him. Or look
I see what you're trying to do. Relax yourself. I see what you.
Anyway,
so we touched on it in the past. If Salah demands 400 grand per week to sign a fresh new contract, would you give it to him now, CSC?
You have to give him what he asked for there still. But what I'm hearing anyway, he's not. What I'm hearing on the grapevine, as they say, it's not up to. They're not even asking for 400,000. They're asking for 350,000. So if that's what they're asking for, which is what I've said from before, if that's what they're asking, I don't even know why they've not signed it.
Even if they ask 400,
it's an easy deal there.
You know, De Bruyne is on 385 grand a week. Ronaldo 480 per week.
And
seriously, if he wins Ballon d'Or, he deserves 400 a week. Definitely. Easily.
He's not going to win it though. I think they'll give it to Lewandowski or Messi.
I think Messi's going to do it again, but I think that's poor anyway. But we'll talk about that in another day when it gets closer.
Remember this. Ballon d'Or is not from this season. It's from the half of last season to this season. Yeah. Because it's over. So don't think those stats from last season doesn't count. It does count.
Yeah. But what did Barcelona win last season? But anyway,
it's an individual award. It's an individual.
All right. We're drilling into the realms of proper tussling there. Let's leave it.
There you go.
But that's the name of the show.
If I said Newcastle lost again in front of their new owners,
and your new friends.
Yeah, we're jumping around between Saturday and Sunday's game, but you know it's the interesting.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's starting with the interesting things first. They lost 3-2 to Spurs in front of their new owners. You know, everybody expected that, I can imagine.
Yeah. Right. It's new era, but the same old story. Because obviously, even though you got new owners, it's still the same crap squad and still the same crap manager. It's not going to be. We have to be honest. It's not going to change overnight. Yes, they scored an early goal, and then it was. If you saw the stadium, they said the sound. It was like they were having a end of the season party there. Yeah. And then all the celebrations from the new owners went to tears and sour, dry faces.
the owner's daughter wasn't even watching the game then. She was on her phone.
Can you imagine?
And then when they scored, she's like, did they score?
Look,
that showed you that they're not really there. They don't know the football.
I'll tell you this. If I was the owner, I don't blame them over watching. If I was the owner, I wasn't watching. I told them, please let me know when the season is over so we could buy.
The guy was watching. It was his daughter that blew him. She wasn't.
Well, you have to ask.
I'm just saying.
One question that you have to ask.
Yeah.
Have they bought Newcastle at the right moment, or should they have waited to maybe next summer?
It doesn't matter.
I don't see the difference. You mean if they get relegated?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a big difference there. If they get relegated, that's one of the biggest howling buys ever.
Yeah, well, they'll come straight back up.
You don't buy that team to be relegated.
Yeah,
and we're still a long way. We're still a long way from January.
Yep. Someone said you look at some of the players and they'll struggle to get into a championship side.
It's true, Matt Ritchie.
Facts.
Wow.
They need a total clear out. That's what they need. Is a good thing.
Yeah, but you can't do that all by January.
Of course not. You cannot do that. Definitely.
Let's run through their team. Darlow's okay. Maquilio is, I don't know.
Who was that? Oh, Darlow, the goalkeeper.
Right back. He's decent, but I think that he could. Up against good teams, he's exposed.
He's crap.
Lascelles, their captain, rubbish.
Championship defender.
Clark, injury prone.
Crap.
Matt Ritchie playing left back. What the hell is going on?
He says it all when the wingers play left back.
Joe Linton, Longstaff, Willock's gone dry.
Look at the names. Even Willock is starting on the bench with me nowadays.
Yep. Willock should have stayed at Arsenal and fight for his place, boy. Yep.
St. Maximin's the only one that I like, and Wilson. The rest of them are.
He can never stay fit, Wilson.
Yeah. I like Finger though. I think he's not being used properly. I like Almiron.
Oh yeah, your friend Miguel.
Miguel Almiron, man. Quality. I like him. He's a good player. Maybe for Everton.
They said one thing. They said one thing earlier on the what's it called radio. They said that Steve Bruce was a fantastic defender at Man United or whatever. They said that how can you be such a fantastic defender and know the art of defending, but you cannot coach your own team to know how to defend?
Yep.
It's shocking, they said. Look at the gaping holes.
All right. Just very quickly, we're going to touch on Villa's disgrace at Wolves, losing 3-2 at home after being 2-0 up. Completely blew themselves. McGinn's goal was a good goal, but Wolves fought back to win that game.
Licorice said it. Licorice came on the show a few weeks ago, said about McGinn being his favorite player, and since then I've been sort of keeping my eyes out on him. So he did an assist. After the assist, then he did a goal, and he looked a good player. But then these days, when I see these good average players, I'm always thinking Everton now for some reason. But anyway, moving on anyway. But he did good, but it was shocking defending how Aston Villa conceded 3 goals in 13 minutes.
Yeah.
2 goals.
Yeah, there's no excuse for that.
And then the one in the 93rd minute, you need to see the defending. It was like cartoon. Everyone missing it. You know, like in those cartoons where it's slow motion.
Yeah.
Legs in the air, ball ricocheting, everyone's missing it.
Yep.
And then they concede shocking as well.
Yep.
Shocking.
Okay.
Shocking.
We're not going to go too much into the next few fixtures that happened over the weekend. We're just going to gloss over the points. Time constraints, you see. Man City, it was straightforward 2-0 win there for them.
Normality.
Bernard Silva and Kevin De Bruyne.
Yep.
Two people in the fantasy team.
Grealish was dropped, or was he arrested?
Oh,
no, he was dropped.
He's been arrested.
Please.
He's been arrested or arrested.
People say
arrested.
People saying
he's been arrested driving with no insurance.
Wow, brilliant.
But
so that's why he was dropped.
He joined the prison FC.
I don't know what's wrong with these players. If you haven't got a driving license or it's been revoked, get a chauffeur or get your friend to.
No. He was drink driving.
But I'm saying even that, no insurance or no license.
How can you have no insurance and you're getting paid how much a week?
Maybe that's his associates. His agent. And
it wasn't
drink driving. He was drink driving. And
he's had that before, hasn't he?
Yeah, he was drink driving and doing all sorts. That's what's got him the thing. But anyway, just on Jack Grealish, I'll be saying on the show.
Very quickly, sir. Very quickly. We know how much you love him.
I know. People on this show, people are saying I'm so sour or I hate Grealish, but you can see the pattern now. The last 4 games for Grealish, he's been subbed twice. He's been subbed twice for Man City twice. Now he's on the bench. For England, he got subbed as well. You can see the pattern. This guy, we should stop trying to paint him as the poster boy for England or Man City. He's not that. Sterling.
None of us in here.
I know. I'm just saying, Sterling, if Guardiola's got any sense, play Sterling on the left wing. Let the boy find his confidence. You're going to play Sterling in centre forward against flipping big, massive, giant defenders. Like, come on now. Stop that.
We touched on Southampton winning at Leeds already.
But Chelsea. One thing, we thought Leeds had turned the corner last week after their win. It seems that they slipped back down the stairs. What's it called? They're in trouble this season. It's a long season for Leeds.
Good win for
Southampton to get off the winning mark.
Chelsea won at Brentford 1-0. Brentford playing really well. Mendy pulling off some miraculous saves again. Mendy,
Can I say something? I know we're trying to pay more homage to time this time. Quickly on Chelsea. Yeah. Why has Chelsea got so much attacking talent? I need to start questioning the football being played at Chelsea. The guy doesn't play no exciting football. Yes, he's won the Champions League. Yes, he's probably won the FA Cup or whatever. But the guy's he's got Salah on the bench. He's got flipping Havertz on the bench. He's got Ziyech, Pulisic. All of these people, all these great players can't get into the lineup. You're playing Loftus-Cheek and all this nonsense in the team. If I was flipping Abramovich, I'm not paying 80 million plus for different kind of big players, and they're not in the lineup.
I don't even know why. it's a bit like the Ronaldo and the Grealish. Why was Salah bought from or whatever his name?
He's hardly played a game. That Salah guy.
I don't know why he was bought. I don't know why he was even bought. I mean, I know it's a loan signing, but it wasn't needed. They've got abundance of all these kind of players. But I think, as you said, Grand Champ, because he's won the Champions League, the style of football has been overlooked. We're just seeing stuff.
I'm into it now.
Against Brentford, they were lucky, but sometimes to win the big trophies, you need a bit of luck.
Yeah, and Lukaku's gone dry. 6 games won't go.
No service. He's like Ronaldo. If no service, he's a statue.
Yeah. Everton lost 1-0
like Salah, you know,
to West Ham. Again, it was always going to be a tight game.
Yeah, because that's, for me, that's Everton's level, what they have to be judged on this season. Because Everton will be judged against Leicester, Spurs, and and West Ham, and possibly Arsenal if they can get their act together. But they're missing their 2 forward players there in Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin there. They're still injured because Rondon, with his socks rolled down or whatever, he's always been an average striker. Doesn't he look like scoring?
It's not enough.
China League. You mentioned CRC. Quick thing you mentioned about all those teams, like from that 6th position to 10th position, there's a little battle going on there. And I like West Ham a lot, and I think
of course
they're exciting to watch. You know, I like that little battle.
I think Moyes is doing a great job. Of how he's handling the players. Even I expected Zuma to come in straight into the team and start, but he's actually sort of not just putting straight in, like everyone fighting for their places. And even one time last season, I remember Benrahma being dropped last season. Now Benrahma is playing. Fornals wasn't playing last season. Now he's playing.
And Zini, you name it. They've got quite abundance.
So everyone's fighting for, I think the only guaranteed person in that team is probably the goalkeeper, Chris Waugh and Antonio.
Yeah.
And Rice.
And just to touch on Arsenal 2-2 at Palace there. Last minute goal from Lacazette to save our blushes.
How do you feel about that point? How do you feel about it? No, I'm going to ask you this question this time.
Fans are saying it's like a win.
FM, I'm going to ask you this question this time. How do you feel about Arsenal? I want you to go, because every time you're touching a little bit, you ask us the questions. But
I'll just be very brief.
Please.
We are where we are because our team's shit. As simple as that. I'm sorry. Our manager's clueless. We don't play any kind of brand of football. We don't do attacking. We don't do defending. We don't do, tiki-taka. He spent all this time with Pep and he learned nothing. We don't play any kind of style. We don't play a mimic of, Pep's game.
Yeah.
He's got his own style, which I don't get. I don't get it.
He doesn't have a style. Sorry,
some of our players, they're just not good enough to be playing for Arsenal. They're not Arsenal players.
But what about the subs? What about the subs?
Name them.
He needs to change his too late.
Lacazette should have. I know he saved our blushes today. He should have been gone a long time ago.
No, but Lacazette ain't crap though.
I'm sorry. From my perspective, he's not ready. Smith Rowe should not be playing every game.
Thank you.
Minutes.
He shouldn't.
He should be learning his trade.
90 minutes every day
and coming in. Lakonga is not ready.
Tavares. That you used to like.
I've changed my mind. He's not ready. He's not ready.
Lakonga, didn't he come on as a sub?
And he cost the goal.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He's not ready. Saka I like. Obviously Tierney I like.
But is Tierney do enough? Does Tierney do enough?
Who?
Tierney.
Yeah, Tierney.
He's good. He's very good.
Well, is he doing enough there? Because
he's not doing enough, but he's good.
Some Arsenal players say he's better than Robertson, but I don't see enough there from him.
No, I wouldn't say he's better than Robertson. Robertson's more reliable. He's got different assets to his game, but he's not as good as Robertson. I'm sorry.
No, it's not.
I like our defense, but in front of them, Odegaard and Partey, they can't play together. Xhaka should have been gone a long time ago. Do you know what I mean? So there's lots of issues.
And Partey draws on the ball too much. To them times was he caught on the ball and
he was caught on the ball.
Isn't that what led up to one of the goals as well?
Yeah.
Arsenal just remind me of United. They're like twin brothers. Like everything. Look, you've mentioned so many players from Arsenal. Earlier on, you mentioned so many players from Man United. They're just identical. What's going on? And both teams got money to fix what's going on. But they just I don't understand.
The problem, as you said, is identical. The problem is it comes back to the clueless managers.
Yeah.
It comes down to
No way.
Who's the one that's on the sideline? The
No
one on the
way. Both of
sideline
them should
is
be
not good
learning
enough.
their trades at big clubs like Arsenal and Man United.
It's a disgrace. Who are they?
Right.
But big up to Patrick Vieira.
Arteta's not even an Arsenal legend.
Big up to Patrick.
Big up to Patrick Vieira, though. I heard someone recently saying already 3 months in, and he's got a pattern of football already, how to play.
Definitely.
And if you do watch them, they are playing good football.
And if you're getting Benteke scoring like that, you're doing very well.
No. That's how you know your club is shite. Where Benteke scores against you, you know your team's rubbish because the guy doesn't score against no one.
Okay. We are, we're just about to talk about the Champions League games. But before that, I'm going to bring you some news. Aaron Wan-Bissaka arrested.
Oh, wow.
It's another one going to Prison FC.
Brilliant. What's happening up there?
I don't know like you said, you don't know what's happening with these footballers there.
What's going on?
Taganga.
If it's not having countless children, if it's not rape, if it's not smoking or whatever, it's all sorts going on.
Taganga for Spurs arrested, playing for Prison FC. Another one there. All happening there. Prison FC's got some good players there. Mendy.
Oh yeah.
There's another one there. Wow.
Well, they need to find a manager real quick.
I think Mendy.
Basuma.
Tony Adams knows about prison, so he'd be a good one.
Who?
Tony Adams.
You're allowed Tony. He's a bit old there.
I'd shock him as well. I
don't know why Tony came in there. Just to
I don't shock him.
He was talking about who would be a manager.
I know. But Tony was never a manager anyway. He was crap.
Wasn't he? I'm sure didn't he go to? Wasn't he in Spain or something?
Yeah, I think he did. Was he Espanyol Valencia, one of those teams?
Yeah.
He did his little thing. He
was doing the dancing.
So moving on to Champions League.
Yes.
CIC, run us through some of those games.
Yeah, well, we got what's it called? We got my team there playing against a grudge match against Atletico Madrid. That's going to be the old.
They beat you last time. Lorente.
That's going to be
Lorente.
Yeah. Calm down there.
Klopp was so angry. Remember that? He was like, oh yeah. They play that horrible blend of football.
It's true.
But Liverpool don't enjoy playing teams like that,
But I think Liverpool to win that one anyway, but it'd be tight.
Okay.
Yeah.
The other game on Tuesday.
And then you got you got Club Brugge versus Man City. You expect Man City to win that game.
To win that comfortably, even though it's away from home, they should win.
Sorry, just before you go into that, just very quickly, Liverpool's last few games: 4 against Man United, 2 against West Brom, 3 against Burnley, 3 against Norwich, 3 against Norwich, 3 against Leeds, 3 against Brentford, 5 against Porto, 5 against Watford. I think Atletico better be careful there.
It's true.
No. Liverpool should be Atletico. Atletico are a shadow of themselves because you got Suarez who's on his old legs. Griezmann ain't doing it. Joao Felix is not doing it. The team, Moroso and all sorts, Koke is getting old, and they got rid of a good player in Saul to Chelsea. So Liverpool should beat Atletico Madrid anyway, but it's a Champions League night, so they should do it. So
Atletico will defend for their lives as they
exactly. Don't be surprised if they grind it out and then Luis Suarez comes back to hunt them.
Touching on that Man City game quickly, is Pep gonna keep the same lineup or is he gonna change?
You don't change it.
We all know.
We all know change. He's gonna make some changes.
Pep for rotating. We all know Pep for rotating. Then would he have the South Americans back by any chance?
Because they went straight to Belgium after leaving South America.
Yeah, but those are the only changes he's going to make. It's going to be Fabinho and Alisson coming in for Milner and the goalkeeper.
He's talking about Edison and Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, it's about Man City.
Yeah.
I see Edison starting. I don't see Jesus starting.
Okay. So, Grand Champ, run us through the Wednesday's games that we care about.
A minute.
Well, obviously, like we know,
10 minutes.
Yeah.
10
10 minutes.
Obviously, you know, we've got our boys United against Atlanta. That'll be a very good game because Atlanta do play a good brand of football. I think it might be good for United because Atlanta wouldn't just sit and defend. They would come at United anyway.
Yeah,
so
I heard Atlanta score goals for fun.
Exactly. So, I mean, I expect United
to clean sheets on both sides.
Definitely no clean sheets for both sides. Definitely no clean sheets for both sides. And who else in the Champions League is Chelsea against Malmo? That should be a formality. If Lukaku doesn't score a brace in that game, my goodness, then the alarm bells. Because if you guys can't rout Malmo 5-0, then I don't know what's going on with Chelsea.
Wow.
The run of football there is so dark. I don't like it.
Pressure.
Chelsea fans don't care if they win.
Sorry, football's entertainment, and people are losing that now, part of the game. I used to back in the days when Arsenal were rubbish, I used to enjoy watching Arsenal because of the brand of football we played. Even though we lost and that hurt. Yeah. But at least I know, you know what? I've been entertained. Now you're watching football just win.
Do you know what I mean? Now it's just like, oh God, this is boring.
It's boring in the eyes, man.
They've scored, we're losing. It doesn't make good watching there.
Let's go.
And so we are moving on very, very, very quickly through our, weekend fixtures there.
Mm-hmm.
And here we go. Okay. Starting with
Oldham. Just okay. Go on.
Go on.
I was going to say, I'm just looking at the fixture list, and Arsenal are playing on Friday again.
Yeah, we're playing Villa.
Yeah.
That's a joke. That's a flipping joke.
Play Monday and then play Friday.
That's a joke.
What's that? 4 days is what? Tuesday?
3 days. 3 days.
Yeah, it's poor.
It's a bit shocking. Arsenal, Villa on Friday, and then Saturday, Chelsea, Norwich. Oh, I feel so sorry for Norwich, but at least they got a point the other day.
I don't know why you like Norwich so much. I don't know what they. I don't know. I need to research that.
Points for Norwich as well.
Forget Norwich City.
Oh yeah, they drew against was it Brighton they played?
Burnley.
Burnley, that's it. Sorry.
Palace, Newcastle, Everton, Watford, Leeds, Wolves, Southampton, Burnley, Brighton, Man City, and then on Sunday, Brentford, Leicester, West Ham, Spurs. And the big one, the one we're all looking forward to on the weekend, Man United, Liverpool, the rivalry.
But you guys have to say something though. Even though Man United sometimes they're not good form, but when they come against Liverpool, they turn up somehow. So
that's because Liverpool come at them. Liverpool attack. Liverpool come at them, and that leaves you leave little spaces where Trent Arnold could get exposed.
I'm 3-2 to Liverpool.
Yeah, but I'm expecting Liverpool to actually smash them.
I'll say 2-2 draw. I'll say draw in that game.
All right, and that concludes our show. It's been a lot of fun. CLC, do you want to finish us off?
Thank you.
Your usual, CLC.
Since we've been on international break, our numbers have gone up, but we still want more numbers. So get liking, comments, and most importantly, subscribe.
Subscribe.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right.